Whenever we emphasize the last word in the phrase Baseball Hall of Fame, it's usually to argue on behalf of the hall as a museum, as a home for not just the game's best, but its biggest characters. As if we'd build a Pirates of Cooperstown ride where animatronic Bonds and McGuire just sit there as your boat passes by, swigging from syringes full of HGH. But fame is something to be reckoned with literally, too. Fame is the power to enthusiastically summon the world to your retirement press conference a year in advance, as Derek Jeter did today.
I didn't want everyone to have to, especially my teammates, I didn't want to have to be a distraction to them today and make them come here for this press conference, because I know they have a lot of work to do. So I appreciate everybody coming here today.
That's Jeter, ever the professional, worried that his teammates would be distracted from the task at hand by attending his farewell press conference.
I really didn't want this to be a press conference. I tried to do this, I don't know if you can really say under the radar.
But hold on, there are microphones and stuff. I can see reporters in the audience. Are you sure about this not a press conference thing?
This is not a retirement little press conference. I mean, I still have a season to play.
This approach to fame, if anything, is expected. I grew up here in New York City, watching Jeter and sitting in the bleachers at Yankee Stadium. And as much as we talk about anything else, the 5 rings or the 13 All-Star appearances or Jeffrey Mayer, the single most impressive thing about him is the boredom he inspires. It is an uncanny dodging of the spotlight, while being, quite literally, in a spotlight.
You know I haven't really been as open with some of you guys as you would have liked me to be over the last 20 years, but that's by design. It doesn't mean I don't have those feelings.
And it doesn't. The tinted windows of his life, like the drawbridge guarding his Florida mansion, may be up, but that doesn't mean that somewhere behind them there aren't tears.
You trying to get me to cry, John? That's the thing, just spit it out if you're trying to get me to cry. Yeah, I'm emotional, but it's kind of difficult because we still have a season to play. You know, it might be different if it was the end of the year, but right now, yeah, I have feelings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not emotionally stunted.
But we will have to take Jeter's word for it. In terms of control of himself and his fame and his romantic resume, his record remains perfect. There is no embarrassing clip to dredge up, no tabloid disaster to mention. All there is, at best, is an anecdote involving a particularly positive affirmation and a nickname. To do what he's done in New York City as a Yankee during the live ball era of internet gossip reporting is special. It is the equivalent of living through Chernobyl and then emerging as the healthiest person that has ever lived.
Unfortunately, you can't do it forever. You can't play forever. There's only a small portion of your life that you're able to play this game. So, enjoy each and every moment. For me, I didn't enjoy it as much as I should have.
Baseball, of course, will be tempted to commemorate Jeter's life with one of those farewell gifting tours, a year-long spectacle like what Mariano Rivera got. But what Derek Jeter deserves most isn't a rocking chair or a 10-gallon hat or some weird carved sculpture thing. He deserves the promise that will vote him a unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer. Full stop. No athlete was ever better at fame than Derek Jeter, and no one was ever worse.